All right, brand new podcast, another special guest. Let's kick it off, Nate, in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to the Nixon and Nate podcast.
Yeah, proudly brought to you by our mates at Trust Motors, the way car buying should be.
Yep, very special guest today. He's been popping off all over the country for a while now, and we're very lucky to have him in the studio with us. His name's Sean, a.k.a. Brokeboy Taco.
What's up, Sean?
What's cracking?
Thank you so much for popping through, bro. So many people are excited to find out that you're one, in the building, and two, that you're going to be on the podcast, man, so really appreciate you.
Of course, man, yeah.
You've got an incredible story, though, eh? Incredible story. Kentucky, born.
Yeah.
Moved to San Fran.
Yeah, I moved to SF.
Met a girl. Came to New Zealand.
Correct.
It's always a girl.
It's always a girl.
Are you still with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We've been together in September. It'll be 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fiance? Married?
Fiance.
Wow.
Yeah, fiance.
Did you propose while you were? How'd you guys meet?
Yeah, we met in San Francisco.
Oh,
yeah. We met on Tinder.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah. Well, she was swiping, and I saw her. Obviously, swiped on her or whatever, and then we just started chopping it up. And she was 20, and she was like, "Hey, I can't buy alcohol here." I'm like, "Should I buy you some alcohol?" Because she was like, she sold it to me in a way where she was like, "Oh, well, where I'm from, I legally can buy alcohol," and I was like, "That makes sense to me. Let's go." You know?
Damn. And so she had to come back to New Zealand?
Yeah, so after about, 3-4 years of dating and living in SF, she had to, she ran out of visas, work visas and student visas and all that, and she was just like, "I got a cut." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down. Let's go to Europe."
Europe even? Oh, man, he hasn't seen a map. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was like, "New Zealand's not in Europe." And I was like, "Oh."
Man, it sounds like you're ready to make that jump real quick. Or was there nothing to think about, like to keep you back there in SF?
I mean, it's one of them things where, like, I grew up there, right? I spent a lot of time in America. I get it. I know what it's about. I've tried and I failed, and I've tried and I failed, and it just I ain't got no connections to there. So it was just, to me, it was, and obviously I don't want to break up with the girl that I'm in love with, right?
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. So I almost didn't have a choice. I really didn't. If you asked me, I didn't have a choice. So obviously I'm glad.
And it's all worked out.
It's worked out real well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you start a business, you're passionate about something, you want it to work. But are you surprised on how big Brokeboy Tacos has actually become and how popular it is, how it's become like a household name now?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's more weirded out by it than me. Yeah. It's very bizarre.
Do you reckon if say your partner now could have stayed in America and you still wanted to go down this path, do you reckon it would have happened if you had stayed in the US?
I mean, nah, I wouldn't have been doing Broke Boy. No.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I did it was because I got here and I was like, man, I feel like out of place, man. I want some like comfort food, and comfort food for me is Mexican food. And I couldn't, there was Mexican food here, right? But I couldn't vibe with it. They had like, people was putting fucking mayo on it and shit, and I'm just like, I can't fuck with this, man. And then my boy was like, "Do you know how to cook Mexican food?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, come show up tomorrow and cook me some." So I did, and he was like eating it, and he was like, "Bro, we don't have this here. You got to sell this." And I was like, "All right, bet." Yeah. So yeah, here we are.
Well, at some point, like, what do we got? We got Mexicali Fresh and Taco Bell. Those are really the only two that were really here before you took off. But if people want a real taste of what a proper taco is supposed to taste like, they got to go to Brokeboy.
Yeah.
It's just a weird jump, like not only from San Francisco to here, but from Kentucky in the south to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And every time it just gets weirder and weirder.
It's weird.
Yeah. How do you get from the Bible Belt to San Francisco? Like, what positioned you to make you go there?
Well, I met a girl over there.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I used to be really handsome and attractive, bro.
You still are. You're the only person I know that can wear that outfit with no t-shirt.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's
so
why.
A girl got you from Kentucky to San Francisco, and then a girl got you from San Francisco to
New Zealand. What a love story.
All right.
With twists and turns.
Twists and turns.
Damn. So what's it been like? How long now since you've first stepped foot in New Zealand? How long has that been?
I got here in March of 2021.
Oh, damn. So, like, was that peak COVID?
I don't think that was peak, but it was definitely, whenever we got here, we definitely had to, lock down for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I got here, we flew into Auckland, and then they was like, all right, well, y'all stay on the plane. We're flying to Christchurch, and that's where y'all will be doing y'all's hotel stay.
Wow.
Which is terrible. I hate flying, bro.
Oh, man. And it's a long-ass flight, too.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Are you one of those guys that are allowed to fly back home, or are you like here and stuck here?
Oh, no, I'm allowed to go wherever I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, I'm one of those guys that can't really go into certain countries.
Yeah,
so.
Nate's got to pass.
No,
So-
I'm chilling.
Yeah. Where does that? It took you forever, even in America, to own a car. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, to keep it a buck with you, bro, it was just, I always had something else to spend my money on. I never made a lot of money. You know what I mean? I was making $7-8 an hour, and I just had other stuff to spend my money on, and I never, ever knew what like a credit card was or getting a loan was. Nobody ever told me nothing about that, bro. So I just thought like, oh, a car is $26,000. When am I ever going to save that up?
Yeah.
So I was just always in the mindset of like, oh, you can walk or you can take a bus, and I just never, and especially in SF,
Yeah.
you never need, you can walk everywhere, bro.
Oh,
or you
okay.
can take the BART, the subway. You just never needed a car. And by the time I had moved to SF, I was already 23 or something. And it was just like, from 16 to 23, I didn't have a car. So why would I need one now?
You kind of didn't know any different, right?
I just didn't know. It was just, I always had something else to spend my money on.
So New Zealand's a whole bunch of firsts for you. So did you buy your first car when you got to New Zealand?
Nah, not when I got to New Zealand, but I bought my first car after I had saved up a bunch of money from selling tacos for the first time.
Man.
Yeah.
Damn, what are we driving now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still driving that damn thing. I want a Corvette or something.
Yeah.
But nah, we got, I got a truck that's owned by the business.
Yeah.
And that we use for business stuff, but I still have that BMW, that 2000 BMW. Yeah, I bought it for six grand cash. Yeah.
Wow.
And it had a hellish shit wrong with it too. You better believe that.
Just a little plug if you're looking for a Corvette ZR1 or a Stingray or...
Oh, yeah. Stingray would be bad, like a 69 Stingray.
Let me know. Maybe
That'd
we
be
can put you in
hard.
touch with
George and the team at Trust Motors.
He's got a couple of classic Corvettes there.
Maybe when I sell the business, man, I ain't got no money right now. Shit.
Going from the business, it's a big step, starting a business, especially in, the hospitality realm as well. And did you have any prior experience in running a business before you jumped into this?
Bro, it is the worst time. This is a statistic. It's the worst time in history to start a restaurant.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
That's crazy.
Well, you think about when everything was locked down, and it's taken ages for hospitality to bounce back.
How are you bucking the trend? Because obviously...
See, people ask me that question, right? But like, it's unfair for me to answer because I'm not just every other business. I'm like a destination. Mm-hmm. Like people see my shit online. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
People see my shit online, and then they're like, oh, I want to go there. I don't rely on any foot traffic or anything, so I don't really know what it's supposed to be like. You know what I mean? That's like a bit of a humble brag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But it's true. Yeah. I really don't know what it's supposed to be like. Obviously, from friends of mine and other people that have owned restaurants and stuff, they keep it a buck with me and they tell me. But I'm just like, for real? It's that difficult? Like,
was that always the plan? Did you just always want it to be so organic? Or
I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
I
don't
love
know
this.
anything. I don't know nothing about, bro. I dropped out in high school. I think I completed 9th grade, and I was 14 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything about business. All I know is I really love Mexican food. It's real, real important to me.
Yeah.
And I want to do it justice by, I always say this is my love letter to Mexico and to my friends back home. Yeah. And it's just real important to me to make good food and that's all I wanted to do.
Where did that connection with Mexico start? Like, how do you know how to make
I'm American. Yeah. It's just, if you grow up, especially the last 11 years, I lived in the Mission, which is, some people call it Little Mexico in SF. And it's every single day I was eating Mexican food and, cooking it with my homeboys and just hanging out with people from like, Guadalajara and Tijuana. And whenever I moved here, there's obviously not a lot of people like that here, and there's not a big culture like that here. So it wasn't until I moved here that I was like, oh, damn, man, I really miss that.
Yeah.
I really miss that. I didn't realize how important it was to me. Yeah.
So how did you figure out that your recipe is the one that hits? Like, how did you? Was this trial and error in like a kitchen that you owned, or?
No, I mean, I've made thousands of iterations of birria, thousands, and I still to this day I do real micro adjustments.
Yeah. Okay.
To this day, but it was just something I was obsessed with. I just got obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I quit drinking and I quit doing drugs, and whenever I stopped doing that, all of a sudden I've got all this free time because I'm not at the bar shooting pool drinking, and I needed something to dive in, and it just happened to be birria and the story of birria and where it's from and all that, and the taste of it and the flavor and just how unique I thought it was, and I just wanted to master it, and I just became obsessed with it.
Yeah. Can we talk about your sobriety?
Hell no.
You can. We can go as deep. You can take it as deep or as light as you wanna take it. But was drinking a big part of your life? Prior to you going, this is not for me anymore.
Yeah, man.
Did it get like out of control? Like, how far did it go?
Yeah. I was doing. I think one of the last times I was drinking in San Francisco, I was on like a 3-day bender, and I didn't eat the whole time. I wasn't drinking no water. If somebody was like, "Hey, bro, you should drink some water," I would just drink another light beer. You know what I mean? I would get a bag or something to keep it going, and it was just, at the end of it, bro, I've never been prone to any health problems or anything like that, but at the end of it, I had a seizure. Then on the end of the 3rd day, I never had that happen. You know what I mean? And the person that was the doctor or whatever was like, "Bro, you can't be doing this. Like, this shit ain't funny. You can't be doing it." And that's, I've always... That was probably the worst it's ever been, right? But I've always been like, San Francisco is such a drinking place. Everyone drinks for no reason. It's a Wednesday and it's 2 p.m. Well, you know what that means? We drinking. It's like, okay,
wild.
It don't make no sense, but okay, that's just how it is.
Damn, old Nate would have loved that.
I'm going on 5 years sober now. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man! Congratulations, bro.
Well, appreciate it.
Congratulations.
It's funny because like the way it is now in New Zealand. I think they've just started to catch on. They're doing 3-day benders like it's normal. You'll hear your mates go, "Oh man, I just finished a 3-day," and you're like, "Damn." It's like the people you wouldn't expect to say the same. Like, you got the professionals. I mean, I'm not pointing to the guys in this building, but you know what I mean? It's like
that guy right there.
I mean, no names.
no names, but it's I think we're going to hit something real soon where the hospitals are going to be packed out with people just like succumbing to all their partying.
I mean, I don't think there's anybody on the planet, bro, that has had, that's a big fan of drinking and alcohol that hasn't went overboard with it at least once. You know what I mean? And woke up and been like, "Fuck, who did I text? Who was that? Oh, shit."
What is it? The anxiety.
Yeah.
Hangover anxiety.
Not knowing what you did. I mean, it's just like, look, I'm not gonna say it ain't for everyone. Do y'all's thing, right? But like, I know for me, it's real easy for me to stay away from it. It's real easy. But
so you could just cut it cold turkey?
Oh, bro, no problem.
Wow.
No problem. But if I have one sip of it, it's off to the races.
Wow.
I'm not stopping.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
I got the same problem, man.
Yeah.
I can't do small. Yeah, I would get jealous of people that have like a beer and like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going home now. I can't do that."
Yeah, it's like, what? The party just started. What are you doing?
Is there an origin story to the drinking? Like, were you just bored drinking, or?
Nah, man. So, my mom had told me, like, I don't want you drinking, while I'm alive. Your dad was an alcoholic, blah blah blah, and I took her word for it. And my mom passed away.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. And then I was just sitting around one day and was just like, "Fuck it, I'll have a drink now. We'll see what all the fuss is about." And then I really, really liked it. And then, obviously I was probably using that to kind of self-medicate with all the stuff I was going through and all my past and all that, and that didn't help it. I didn't have a good relationship with alcohol at all because I didn't have no relationship with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference is, obviously if you start drinking when you're like 16, 15, maybe your parents can kind of regulate that for you, and you can end up having a good relationship with it. So where you can just have one drink with dinner or whatever, all good. But me, I used it as a painkiller. You feel me? So and just a way to be happy again, and it really made me happy, and I loved it. And you know, once you really love something like that, it just becomes addictive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how many years clean now?
3.5.
Well
a little over 3.5.
Nice. Well done, brother.
Celebrate that, man. Celebrate that. So going back on the Brokeboy Taco journey and the restaurant and seeing how popular it is, you didn't expect it. You're just a guy who wanted to make tacos, and people have made it a destination now. And then you've got superstars like Israel Adesanya coming through, wanting to partner.
Who's that guy?
Just a former former champion.
Yeah, former champion.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, how did that relationship? Was he just a fan? How did that become a thing?
Yeah, man, it was weird. Like, we were doing a pop-up in Ponsonby, or on K Road. I think it was on K Road. And then out of nowhere, I'm just sitting there cooking. We got a packed house, right? I'm sitting there cooking. And then one of my employees is like, "Oh, isn't that guy famous or something?" And I looked over, and I swear to God, it was him sitting there just on his phone, chilling with his brother David. And I was like, "Oh my God!" And then I ran over there. "Hey, bro, can I get a picture with you, man? I cook this stuff. You know, I'm the one who cooks it." And he was like, "All right, cool." And then, so I got a picture with him, and then he started showing up to my later ones a couple months later, and then just standing in line and stuff. And then I would dap him up, and then he goes. One day I go, "Hey, bro, why don't you just like DM me so you don't have to stand in line and be bothered by all these people? Just DM me, tell me what you want. I'll make it for you, and when it's ready, you can come pick it up." And he was like, "All right, bet, just give me your phone. I'll just put my number on your phone." I was like, "Oh my God, this dude's putting his damn number in my phone." So then he started texting me and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, bro," just one day he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to come hang out, watch the UFC with me at my house?" I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah.
"Yes, sir." So I went over there, hung out. It was weird as hell, man. I was just like this, like, "Oh, hey,
You don't want to touch anything.
yeah, I was like, how are you, sir?" You know what I mean? "Yes, sir," because I know everybody there can whoop my ass. You know, so I was just like, "Yes, sir, I'm sorry about this, sir." And then, everybody was telling me to chill and just relax a bit. And
Did you take a plate? Did you take some food?
I think I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did bring a couple plates. Yeah, I hooked them up. But yeah, I was just chilling there, kicking it. And then next thing I know, Izzy's brother, David, he texted me one day, and he was like, "Hey, bro, like, what's your plans with Brokeboy?" And I was like, "Shit, I want to be everywhere, all over New Zealand." You know what I mean? And he was like, "All right, word. Well, you know, we're kind of down to invest in it if you need some money." I'm like, "Shit, hell yeah, I want some motherfucking money." "Yes, sir.
And I know
love
you
money."
guys got it.
Yeah, I heard something about money. I would like to meet money. You know, so we started chopping it up and came to an agreement, and then, you know, next thing you know, he wires it, and then I open next door, and then start really structuring the business in a way that we can just start opening shops and get all the food sent to these shops. So it doesn't have to be made on site. It can just be made in one place, and we can taste everything in one place to make sure it's good.
And then send, make it more accessible for people.
Just learning business, bro. You
But
know?
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. You know, you're saying you don't know business, but you've obviously got something going on that's magic.
I'm just trying to learn, man. You know, I'm always going to be learning, and I'm the first to say if I don't know how to do something, I'm the first to be like, "Bro, I do not know how to do that. I would love to learn."
Yeah, wow.
I think that's important that people do that. Stop being prideful and all that. If you don't know, just ask.
Yeah.
There's a certain, there's a certain freedom and peace you have when you've got nothing and there's no responsibility. And then when you start like getting yourself in positions to own a business, and I know it's an awesome position to be in, but like, do you ever miss those times where you're like, "Shit, man, I could do whatever I want, but now I got responsibilities now"?
Yeah. I think, that's a great question, bro. I really do. I was thinking about that the other day, because obviously it's, especially right now, it's very nonstop for me whenever I wake up until the time I go to bed. You know, and I'm still doing everything, like cleaning the cat litter out and shit. You know, I'm still doing it all. But yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, man, you know, back when it feels different, don't it? Back when you didn't have nothing, because it seems like everything is in front of you almost.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That
And
anticipation of it happening was the cool part.
yes, just figuring it out and really like being like, well, how am I going to do this? There's something about that, you know, and there's something about the freedom of just being able to wake up and do whatever you want that day without people, you know, trying to bark at you. Even walking up the road, people are like, oh, hey, Sean. Yeah. And I'm like, well, do I know you? And they're like, oh, nah, man. Like, you know, how's your cat doing, man? Has he got that fur ball still? And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? And they're like, oh, well, I follow you. And it's just, it's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's also cool because I've never experienced something like that. But I do miss it. I do miss just kind of just being just a dude that's trying to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah.
Well, how do you keep that fire alive then, knowing that, you know, you love that feeling of having something in front of you, the anticipation of it, but you've already got a lot going on now. Like, how do you keep the momentum to keep moving forward?
Well, it's not my dream to just have 1 or 2 stores.
Yeah.
It's not my dream. My dream is to be able to have 50 or 100 stores all over New Zealand, and then 50 or 100 all over Australia.
Yeah.
And then have one back in my hometown. You know, so everybody I went to school with and all the people I grew up with can, you know, was impressed and can say they knew me. And, you know, that's my dream.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me motivated. And now it's almost like, you know, they always say all these dudes on Instagram that are like, oh, yeah, buy my fucking product and I'll tell you how to do this and that or whatever, them scams. Well, one of them was like, you know, your first like, $250,000 that you make is the hardest, or your first $1 million is the hardest. Everything after that can kind of snowball, and I'm banking on that. Yeah, you know, because I've been working real hard all my life, not even just the past 2 years, but all my life, and obviously, I don't want to be doing it for, you know, I'm 38. You know, I don't want to be doing it by the time I'm 58 or 60 or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
what's was there any other businesses you tried before this? Like, did you do anything over in the US? Like that you were like, oh, you know, this could be a good hustle?
No, I sold drugs. No, nah, man. Like, yeah, I was just kind of chilling. I would sell sneakers and shit. I would collect like Jordans and old like Dunks and type shit. You know, I think that really blew up in 2020. I think everybody would, like, the sneaker market went nuts. And, yeah, StockX, everybody was going, oh my God, how do I do this? And then, but, you know, I like to play a lot of video games. So I was trying to, like, stream on Twitch and shit. But obviously that's like, you know, you're throwing a piece of sand in the ocean, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But I've never really, like, that's the thing is I think I was doing them things to make money. I was like, oh, I can make some money off this. Whenever I was doing tacos and stuff, I wasn't really concerned about. I never in a million years thought, hey, you know what's gonna make me rich and famous? Making some tacos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to do it out of pure passion, and I just wanted to, you know, I wanted to be the translator for my Mexican friends to Kiwis to go, this is what
it's supposed to taste like.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't want, you know, I'm not stupid, man. I know how it is, and people have approached me with this shit before. You know, I know what the elephant in the room is. I'm a white boy making Mexican food.
Yeah, we were going to get to that.
But that type of shit, bro, is like, you don't really know, like, how many friends I got, how much I was involved in the culture, you know, how much blood, sweat, and tears I did for this, and so people was just haters, man.
People are always going to be haters.
Did that only come the bigger you got? Like, you know, the more success you had, then people just wanted to pick you apart?
Or was that happening at the start?
No, it's been. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, look, I always tell people, like, no matter what people say to you, people are not going to like you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
No matter what you wear, no matter what tattoos you got on your forehead, no matter your accent, your skin color, people will dislike you just for the sake of disliking you.
Yeah.
So always keep it a buck and be yourself. And if you want to cook, like, bro, people fucking act like I'm running around with a poncho and a fucking sombrero and shit. I'm just making food, bro. I'm making food that I think is yummy. That's all I'm doing.
I love it. So simple way. It's simple.
Are those detractors in New Zealand, or are they over?
New Zealand's the worst, eh?
Nah, hell no, man. It's just everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
People are people, and the internet's the internet, and you know, it is what it is, man. The only thing I can do is just say, like, you know, thank you for even paying attention to what I'm doing and keeping my name in your mouth, and you know, I appreciate it, and you know, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna always keep it pushing. I've always had haters and people that didn't believe in me, and it's fueled my fire, and that's it.
But when you're so passionate about it, like let's say that there's like a one negative out of a million positive Google comments and Google reviews. When you first saw that one, how did it make you feel?
Well, it don't make you feel good, does it?
Yeah.
You know, it don't make you feel good. But
like, are you telling Izzy to go around and visit them? You know, and
oh
sort
hell
them out?
no, man, Izzy busy, Izzy too busy.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I just, you know, it is what it is. The thing that annoys me more than anything, like leave a review on the food and say it's not good and it's garbage, blah, blah, blah. No problem, bro. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody got different, you know, I met a lot of people. There's a lot of people in Kentucky that only eat meat and cheese. They won't eat onions on it. They won't eat ketchup on their burger. They only want meat and cheese. Everybody likes what they like. That's all good.
Yeah.
But people was saying stuff about me as a person and stuff, like, that's weird, bro. Like, I've never met you. You don't know who I am. But, like, I mean, even I'm a hater. I'm going to keep it real, because if I see somebody, some like young 28-year-old dude, and he's got a Rollie and he's real handsome and shit and he's driving a Benz, I'm going to be like, man, fuck this dude. You know, like, for real.
Yeah.
So I take it with a grain of salt.
Sister was talking about haters. Man, I took it to heart when you started hating on mayonnaise.
No, I fuck with mayonnaise. But just
But
to
not
put
on a
it-
taco.
But putting it on a taco, bro. Like, peanut butter jelly, one of my favorite sandwiches on the planet, bro. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't make a peanut butter and jelly quesadilla. You know what I mean?
True.
You get that, right?
No, but yeah, like, man, I fuck with mayo on a taco, man.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody's got their thing.
their own
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. Your missus must be proud.
She's real. I think she's real proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. She tells me all the time, and
Does she have much involvement?
yeah. Of course, she got to deal with my shit every day. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Wow.
No, she's a graphic designer. She actually works just up the road from here.
Oh, yeah.
But she's a graphic designer, and anytime, obviously, I need anything, like, oh, I got to make this sign or something, she'll help me out and give me direction, and yeah, she's great.
Awesome, man.
Success feels so much better when you're sharing it with the people you care about, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you have much link to the fam back home, or like?
Nah, man, me and my family, I don't want to say we didn't get along, bro. It's just we didn't really see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. And me growing up, my home life was not good. You know what I mean? So instead of staying at home, I would opt to get out of school and immediately run around in the streets until 10 p.m. You know what I mean? That was more enjoyable for me, and that was more comfortable for me to do that than to see some of the shit at home that I didn't want to see. So I didn't spend a lot of time with my sister, my brother, you know what I mean? I kind of just ran around and did my own thing. Yeah.
Is that one of the main reasons why leaving Kentucky to head to San Francisco, or?
Yeah, there's no, like I said, man, there's no opportunity in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Unless you want to work in a warehouse, or you want to work in a tobacco field, you know, or you want to work at Walmart. But I didn't want to do any of those.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you reckon there's any chance that could be rekindled, or nah, with the fams?
I mean, I think it's a bit, you know, a lot of people in my family ain't even around no more, you know, and you know, I talk to my sister every now and then, but it's at the point where, like, it's weird, bro, because she never hits me up. I always reach out to her and I'm like, hey, so how's it going? She never hits me up, and it's just one of them things where she'll hit me up if she wants something. You know, she needs a wire transfer or something money-wise, but she will never hit me up and just be like, hey, man, I miss you. I really want to talk to you. She'll never do that. You know, and that's just, I'm not faulting her for that, but I'm just saying it's a product of our relationship.
Yeah.
You know, we were never close like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes when I hit her up, I do feel like it's more just like, fuck, I should hit her up, so I'm going to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn. You sound Samoan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Same shit, eh?
Yeah, same shit. Oh, no money again. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So when is the next store going to open?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Birkenhead making waves. You know what I mean? So I reckon that'll be open in 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Birkenhead?
Yeah.
I was looking at places in Takapuna and all that, and it reminded me of like Ponsonby. It reminded me of kind of corny. I don't want to say corny because everybody that lives on Ponsonby is going to be mad at me. But it just seems a bit like inauthentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody around there's got money. Everybody's just walking around and going into the shops and shit. It's just kind of boring. It doesn't feel like it's alive and pumping and has a blood to it.
Where Birkenhead's got a bit of culture.
Yeah, Birkenhead. It's like why I chose Mount Albert. You know what I mean? It feels like it's a real place where real people live. You know what I mean? And real families are doing their thing. It's the same thing in Birkenhead. It feels like a real place, and Takapuna feels like a place that you go to spend some money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Keep it real.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's not the vibe that I want for my business.
Yeah.
I want my business to resonate with real people and people that just want a good taco.
It's quite refreshing to hear somebody think that through. Rather than trying to be in the hot spots of like where you think the money's going to be. You're like, nah, I'm still about the people. I'm still about, a vibe that I want.
It's real important to me. I know I could go open up in Takapuna and hike the prices up and just make a bunch of money. I don't care about none of that. It's important to me that kids grow up looking up to me and also wanting, just a real good, nutritious meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn, that's going to be my excuse when I come, man. I just need a nutritious
meal.
meal.
Yeah.
Have you had, man, because like there's no doubting the fact that you're that guy when it comes to that scene, right? The taco scene here in New Zealand. And you're a good looking man with tattoos and everything. You could put you on the cover of Vogue if they wanted to, or GQ.
You mean that?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
So when you're walking around Ponsonby, do you feel like that crowd, they've tried to like
own you?
Not own you, but like make them belong.
I mean, I feel out of place.
Yeah.
Some places I go, and even obviously going into like, it's funny as hell, bro, because I'll be going to like all these like franchise conferences and shit, and there's like all these old like business guys in suits, and I fucking pull up. I'm like, what's cracking, man? Like,
who's this guy?
Jesus Christ, I don't have any money, sir. Don't rob me. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I said, man, I just be myself. Obviously, I think. As far as like fashion and stuff in Auckland, it's like people be wearing like shiny dress shoes with white socks,
real Michael Jackson-esque.
And I'm just like that. That's cool, but where I'm from, you know what I mean? We rock with shit like this with like a pair of fucking Jordan 11s. You know what I mean? Real type shit, like a little white trash, trailer trash.
Yeah. I think where I was trying to hit with what I was saying before is that I was seeing the rich kids of Ponsonby who are cosplaying, like dressing up like you, but you
Oh, do you think they are?
Yeah, man.
Are they?
They got all the tattoos and they're wearing the overalls and that. I'm like, but you're from that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things, man, is like, it's the same, I found it real fascinating, man, is I was listening to, what's that dude named Jello Ball? His song, I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I was listening to that, and then he was saying in the lyrics, he was like, I fucking grew up like hood as hell. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? No, you didn't. You know what I mean? I think it's that type of shit. But I mean, I'm not going to sit around and like be like, bro, you can't, what the fuck are you doing rocking like, you got all sorts of tattoos. Like you grew up on Ponsonby, dog. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that because, like I said, it applies to them too. You can do whatever you want, you can wear whatever you want, and people are gonna hate on you no matter what. But it's just if you didn't grow up like that and you didn't experience that, but you just want to rock the fashion, all gravy.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to the original residents of Ponsonby, Greyland, which were the Pacific Islanders before they got.
Big out. Shout out.
Yeah. They'll still be walking around rocking the tattoos, but they got a proper.
Yeah, I met some people from Greyland that got like Greyland on their neck and shit, and I'm like, okay, I fuck with you.
Yeah. You know how you were just saying before, you've been going to these franchise meetings. Is that
did I say that? Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah.
What do you reckon? What would you consider letting people be franchise owners.
I can't believe I leaked that. Damn.
We can cut it out if you want.
Nah. It's all gravy, man. Yeah. So obviously everybody knows what my dream is, man. I said it.
Yeah, you want to.
I want it everywhere, and I want the business to obviously own a bunch of them restaurants, but if I can make other people rich too, that would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people that, like I said, I'm a huge believer in just giving people opportunities. I think people need opportunities, especially in South Auckland. I went to South Auckland and I love it there. I went to Aotearoa. I felt like I was back home, and I just was vibing with everybody, man, dapping everybody up, saying, "What's up with you, man? Like, where are you from? Blah blah blah." Like, it's just real people that some people everyone on the planet is struggling right now. You know what I'm saying? So if I can hand out some franchises and for a cheap price,
give the people opportunities.
Give the people opportunities, man.
Yeah.
We all want the same things in life, which is just, we all want to be loved and want to find love, and we want to be successful and not have to worry about bills.
Yeah.
100%.
God, this guy is such a nice guy, eh? With a good heart, man.
You're going to fuck around and find yourself in politics soon with that kind of talk.
Yeah. Hell no. No, sir. Don't even get me started on them politics, boy.
Yeah. That's for another podcast.
Yeah. We'll save it.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll definitely... Oh, brother, thank you so much for coming and having a chat to us, man. We're looking forward to the explosion of more Brokeboy Taco stores.
Yeah. No, you're the man, bro. An amazing story too. Thanks for popping in, man.
Thank you, guys.